Oh, we know how you like it. Raw and uncut with DJ Baker.
Go out there, man. Do your thing. All right, go get it.
Shout out to Taylor Bennett. The Return is the name of the track. Single it is. Single it is. Single he is. Is he still single? Is what's going on? He's got the kids and the baby mother. So, he's busy. You know what I mean? And I get some people. We were having a little conversation here while his music was playing. I guess we can have that conversation now, right? Why not? If we're not now, then when? Then when, right? So let's talk about it. I know people question his bisexuality because they've never seen him touch, lick, kiss, hug a man. That's fair. I actually think that's fair. And I think I think it was something for him to say, like, a personal story that he had been through. I think it is something that he used to hang out with a lot of different bisexual people when he was going on college tours, and he was, when he was first starting out, he was picking up and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Where people were just getting to know him, and he was doing a massive college tour. Like, he was around, a certain particular, people of his own age, and everyone is experimenting and things are happening, and you get caught up in the whirlwind. I understand people's criticism about Taylor, but I get it because I'm one of those people too. Well, you can't sit around calling yourself bisexual, and I've yet to see you lick, suck, finger, pop, or anybody of the masculine. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I felt the same way about Joe Button. When was the last time you saw him kiss, hug, suck, fuck, whatever? Thank you. All right? We have these issues constantly, these questions constantly on what are we going to have a purity test when it comes to gender and sexual identity? You know what I'm saying? Because people know, well, are you really non-binary? Are you really, trans? You know how people do this, and so this is why I don't want to do that with him. And I think, I'll defend his ability to evolve in whichever way he wants. Maybe we won't see that today because right now he's focused on a family. Maybe when his kids get to a certain age and, the baby mother gets like, I'm ready to move on and do my thing too. I need to stretch my legs. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it. She's got to stretch her legs. I'm sorry. Excuse me. That came out the wrong way. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. Stretch out and branch out, I guess. You know what I'm saying? God, there's no way of fixing that, is it? but you know what I'm saying, though, right? And so, you don't know. Maybe he will end up with some dude that we won't even be expecting. And I don't even think you guys will understand or probably even get the relationship that he probably had, because it's not going to look like your average relationship. You know what I mean? I think it'll just be someone that he'll be hanging out with a lot. You'll see him in a music video or two. You know what I mean? You'll see them hanging out or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The red carpets here and there. You'll see them pose together. Not necessarily close, but not like they're boys, but they're a little more than that. You'll understand. You know what I'm saying? And those around them will understand. But I don't think that there's a purity test for these, our labels. Everyone has a different way of viewing things and absorbing things. Some people change from, bisexual to pansexual because they feel that's a little bit more, gives them, like they say, more wiggle room to explore. You know what I'm saying? Without being locked into a LGBTQ, even though we look at pansexuals as a part of our community, because of course we would, right? Because they're open to experimenting in their sexuality journey, and we will, if not, definitely approve of that, right? Don't we all approve of that? Don't we all? As a community, we approve of people going through these changes to discover themselves. Some don't. We know that there are the haters out there who, have the purity test. That everything got to be, well, if you're gay, you got to be sucking, fucking, licking. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Right. But I can't believe we spent 5 minutes talking about Taylor Bennett. But listen, we had to have the conversation, right? A shout out to Taylor Bennett. I love this song. I love his rap. I love his flow. He's got skills. You know what I'm saying? He's downright good to look at. Stop making it a big deal and just enjoy the fantasy. You know, go beat off in the corner with him or something. You know what I mean? You see him on screen, you're like, okay, let me pause. Let me pause. let me pause. Let me pause. let me rewind. Let me rewind. You know, let me edit and cut and put in my phone. You know what I mean? Whenever you get lonely in the bathroom, you know, whenever you get lonely at the job, you know, you wanna go to the go-to. You gotta go to. It might be Taylor Bennett for the go-to. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put it past a lot of people to go for Taylor Bennett to be the go-to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. And shout out to Taylor Bennett. You know, go do you. You know, the community is going to overall support you no matter what. All right. And send him a basket of edibles. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You can put the Pynk Mafia. I'm sure he'll understand. Okay. He'll know who we are. He'll know.
Oh, we know how you like it. Raw and uncut with DJ Baker.
Go out there, man. Do your thing. All right, go get it.